coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee with Tim Black.
Hey people, how you doing? It's your man Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. This is a new segment or a new idea that I came up with last week where I would run through a lot of the news. And I do mean a lot of the news. It's called a news wrap with your man Tim Black. Now, we had a little issue yesterday when we did some live streaming, so what I want to do is make sure people, if you're there, you can hear me. I know there was no announcement for this, but I will shout you out if you give me feedback. Who's out there? Hey, Casey, Crazy Gamer, and Kristen Nye. What up, people? Can you hear me, Patrick DeCambra, my friend? Holla back. I will go on once I know there is no...
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Grandma Christine. Hey, Skeet Dorama and Frank the Punisher in the house. You guys hear me? I need a response, and then we'll go on with the show. That's right. Samuel Norwan said the news wrap sounds like that's what's up, so that's great. So with that, guys, let's go to the first story of the day. And let's make sure we're good. All right, looks good. Let's start it. President Donald Trump pledged Tuesday to combat bigotry and unite what he called a divided country after wrapping up his first visit to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Today and every day of my presidency, I pledge to do everything I can to continue that promise of freedoms for African Americans and for every American. Trump said this, calling his tour a meaningful reminder of why we have to fight bigotry and hatred and intolerance. Trump went on to say we're going to have to bring this country together. We have a divided country that's been divided for many, many, many years, but we're going to bring it together, he added. Trump also took the opportunity to address the recent spate of anti-Semitic incidents, heeding calls from Jewish leaders and Democrats for him to speak out. I covered this issue yesterday with Ivanka Trump making a Twitter post where she said that we need to have more tolerance. And she used the hashtag of a Jewish community organization that battles against anti-Semitism. He called the recent threats against Jewish community centers horrible and painful, and a very sad reminder of the work that must be still done to root out hate and prejudice. He was joined at the museum by his daughter, Ivanka Trump, his friend Ben Carson of the Housing, Urban, and Development, and his wife as well. So this is what's going on with Trump. He is coming out. I know a lot of people didn't know if he would actually do this. People have been saying for quite some time that Trump has been feeding into anti-Semitism by not repeatedly denouncing white nationalists, skinheads, and other hate organizations who supported him. So this is good for him to do. Will this, subside the wave of criticism that he's received for not speaking out or not speaking out enough? Here's the thing about any type of correlation they do with your name with an organization. There's just so much you can do to combat that stuff, guys. If someone says you're racist, you probably know better than I do, folks. It's hard to prove that you're not. That's why it's such a damning criticism that I rarely use for people, because frankly, it's just unfair. It's like coming to a fist fight and bringing a nuke. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer to let evidence speak for itself. We will have a lot of time over the course of the next 4 years. And if Democrats aren't careful, the next 8 years, to decide if Trump is in fact a racist. The same thing holds true for anti-Semitism. All right, guys, I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning into this show. If you like what you saw, do me a favor and do yourself a favor and do the movement a favor, then subscribe to this channel. Also find me at timblacktv.com, where I'll be covering more news the way you like it. This is News Wrap Up for TBTV. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. I got a lot of stuff.
Coffee.
How does this intermission music sound while I get the next graphic
Black.
up? Hope it's not blowing your
Yes,
eardrums
I am.
out.
Coffee. Coffee. With Tim Black.
All right. Here we go. Now, this is going to be a meaty one, guys, so let's dig in. Hey, folks, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. Something new I'm doing called the News Wrap. On the docket today, Homeland Security is beefing up efforts to go after illegal immigration. Security outlines new rules of tightening enforcement of immigration law. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly unveiled new policies on Tuesday that are aimed at detaining and deporting more immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally. The two memos signed by Kelly lay out a series of steps the department plans to take to implement President Trump's executive orders from late January. Those orders call for increased border security and stricter enforcement of the nation's immigration laws. While the new policies call for a surge in the deployment of immigration judges and other personnel, DHS officials said the agency is not planning mass deportations and that many of the new policies would take time to implement. Under the new rules, the department would greatly expand the number of immigrants who are prioritized for removal. This includes unauthorized immigrants who may have committed a crime but not been charged. We got to come back to that one. And anyone an immigration official deems a risk to public safety or national security. The policies also make it more difficult for migrants to claim asylum. Now, this is rough. This is rough. I need to parse this out a little bit, see if we can get to the nooks and crannies of this. One portion I do want to mention is Homeland Security officials say the policies will not affect deferred action for children arrivals or childhood arrivals, the Obama administration policy that offered protection from deportation for people who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children. You may know it as the DREAM Act. So let's see if we can back up just a little bit here. Okay, so they're going to be enforcing rules and laws that are already on the books. Okay, check one. Check two. They say there will be a surge in deployment of immigration judges and other personnel. Does this mean that Trump will be deporting as many people as former President Barack Obama? I've been saying this over and over again. Obama set the record in deportations. He did pass the DREAM Act. It looked like he was, lenient on immigration, lenient on asylum, lenient on refugees, leniency, right? It had the appearance. But in actuality, this guy was kicking more people out the country than any other president ever. Is Trump attempting to win the record or to take the record from Obama? This is something he ran on. Will this hold up as constitutional? I don't know. The travel ban was ruled unconstitutional in a court. What about this? What will be the outcome of this new action by John Kelly? Remember, this is not Trump. This is John Kelly, Department of Homeland Security. But I got to imagine that he's doing what Trump wants him to do, right? Tough, tough, tough. We need a sense of panic. We don't need a sense of panic necessarily in these communities, said one official in a conference with reporters. If you don't want a look, guys, let's not play games with this. What you're saying is that you want to deport a lot of people. That's going to cause panic to those people, period. So you may not want panic, but it would cause panic. If you're going to pull the Band-Aid off, just go ahead and pull it off, buddy. Stop playing around. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments section. ICE to increase its efforts of deporting people who haven't been charged. I don't even understand what that means. Suspected but not charged. I don't know what that means. We'll find out. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Go to TimBlackTV.com, pick up a mug, pick up a shirt, and join the Tim Black Wolf Pack. There's a lot of news, and I plan on bringing it all to you. Peace.
Coffee with Tim Black.
Woo! Woo!
Yes, I am. Coffee.
Yeah, baby.
Coffee with Tim Black.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to TBTV. This is Coffee with Tim Black. News rap, but I won't be rapping. I mean, I might, because I get loose. You know, I do things. Let's switch gears. Yahoo! 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 I remember when that song first came out, they used to have this answering thing where they would do this recording. You could get a Yahoo voicemail box for free. But you had to listen to an advertisement, and everyone who called you would listen to an advertisement as they left a message for you. Yahoo! Well, Yahoo is being sold to Verizon. Oh, yeah. What's the total? After data breaches, Verizon knocks $350 million off a Yahoo sale, now valued at $4.48 billion. Holy guacamole. After the disclosure of two massive data breaches last year, today, Yahoo and Verizon finally confirmed new terms for the sale of Yahoo to Verizon. Verizon will pay $350 million less than originally planned, working out to a price of $4.48 billion to acquire Yahoo. The two have also agreed to share legal and regulatory liabilities after two massive data breaches. So, in the terms of the agreement, Verizon will take on the legal responsibility of handling Yahoo's issues, lawsuits, what have you. When data gets breached, people's accounts are subjected to be hacked. So any of the lawsuits that stem from what happened with Yahoo's breaches, Verizon will take up. I guess this has to do with the sweetening of the deal by lowering the cost. I guess from a business standpoint, Verizon said, now's the time to buy you. We'll take the wait. Because if we wait to buy you, it's going to cost us more money. Gosh, you ever feel like you wish you got raped? I mean, breached or hacked. Just to get paid. Let's see. Because I got to imagine Verizon's going to settle these cases real quick and get back to business of making money off Yahoo. So let's see what else we have in this story that may be of note. We've always believed this acquisition makes strategic sense. We look forward to moving ahead expeditiously so that we can quickly welcome. I can't really read this. What is going on? Let me zoom this in a little bit, guys. Okay. So this must be Verizon talking about the actual deal. They want to quickly welcome Yahoo's tremendous talent and assets into our expanding portfolio in the digital advertising space, said Murrin Walden, Verizon's executive vice president and presidents of new businesses. All right, guys. So here goes the thing. This may be good for Verizon. I don't think it's good for us. I think Verizon has enough power as it is, the way it throttles the internet. All right? Giving more preferential treatment to bigger websites, which should be illegal, which is illegal. But we know they got all types of lobbyists in D.C. trying to push to limit the internet access and save the speedy lanes for just those that pay. So, any company that gets this much control is bad for us. And I'm always looking out for you. So that's the way I always see it. Verizon don't pay no bills here. So this is not good, guys. This is not a good win for us. This is a win for corporatocracy. This is a win for the oligarchy. This is a win for big corporations. And I don't buy for a second that this is going to help us in any way. Look what happened to YouTube once Google brought it. I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning into this show. We'll be doing more segments. If you like what you see, subscribe and also become a member of my wolf pack. We keep it growling and howling. I'll see you on the next one.
Coffee. Coffee.
Woo!
With Tim Black. Yes, I am. Coffee. Coffee. With Tim Black.
Here we go, guys. All right, you guys ready to move on to the next story? I know I am. I'm chomping at the bit, baby. I can't wait to get into this. One of my least favorite people, Eric Holder. He just became Uber investigator of sexual harassment claims. Let's dig into this one, guys. Uber has hired former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder to help lead an investigation into claims of sexual harassment and discrimination that a former female employee made public over the weekend in a highly circulated blog post. I didn't hear about this. Did you? Chief Executive Travis Kalanick told employees in a memo Monday that the review will be conducted in short order, and that it will involve, among others, the participation of Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, and the Uber board member, and Leanne Hornsey, the company's recently hired human resource chief. Susan Fowler, what's her name, Rigetti, wrote that during this year's working as an engineer at Uber, she and other female staffers reported multiple instances of sexual harassment and discrimination by the company's human resource department, or to the company's resource department. So what basically seems is Uber doing its best to put out a fire before it really starts to rage. These people must think this is a Made Men episode or Mad Men episode. These people living in the 50s? You can't get away with this crap in 2017. You want a raise? Let's work it out. Where do these people come from? Uber needs to get on this quickly. But I'm wondering, why would you bring in Eric Holder to look at this? What does Arianna Huffington have to do with this? Folks, this is all optics to me. You know, optics. Take the women's allegations down and get rid of the suckers if they prove to have done this stuff. Bring them into office. Don't you have a human resource department? Why do you need outside entities to deal with this? I guess they want to give you the perception that they're tough on sexual harassment and discrimination. Is it working? I don't know. All right, so Eric Holder, we'll see. Because he did such a great job as when he was investigating unconstitutional searches and seizures in so many neighborhoods across the country. He just came in and talked a lot. Nothing really got done, but I guess this suits him better. He can work as a private consultant that goes around and talks, and then maybe something will actually be done. I don't know. That's it, guys. That's all I got on this story. Uber in trouble, driving to a cliff. I'm Tim Black. If you like this content, go to timblacktv.com where you'll get more of it. I do news updates, news commentaries. Also, join my wolf pack. Do that. Buy a shirt, buy a mug, buy some coffee, be a part of the movement. The truth lives here. Peace.
Coffee. Coffee. with Tim Black. Yes, I am Coffee
Shout out time. I got some people in the audience over here.
with Tim Black.
Darren Levy says Fast and Furious. Yes, it is. Grandma Christie, what's up? Still choppy, getting better. Buffering. Oh, damn. They said it's buffering. Oh, good. This thing is buffering? Goodness gracious. I see it. This is horrible. I can't win for losing, guys. This is ridiculous. I see it too. This is ridiculous. What we got is a choppy situation happening over here. So every time I switch stories, it starts buffering. I take it. Fun times, guys. Fun times. You know, I pay a lot of money to Xfinity to have a good connection. I really do. What else do we have, guys? What else do we have? I don't know. I got a great PC, so I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe it's the bandwidth issue. Maybe if we kill all connected devices to the internet, maybe that'll help us. Or maybe Verizon just doesn't like what I'm saying about them. How was it good for them to buy Yahoo? I think it's better when you have big companies spread apart. Then they can, we can kind of lessen their domination of the world. That's what I think. I'm going to try to go to the next story, guys. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Let's do the next one. Let's see. Let's get rid of this one. And let's see what we got. I will try the next one. Any drop frames? I got no drop frames. I don't know what it is. All right. Are we up to number 5? Let's try number 5, man. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, how you doing? Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. I'm your host. This is where I talk about the news. In today's news, Rand Paul is making me a friend of him. Oh, man, I love Rand Paul. Why? Because he's giving John McCain the business. Here's how it goes. Rand Paul says that America is very lucky that the president isn't John McCain. This is great. Here goes a little background on that. Senator Rand Paul from Kentucky ripped fellow Republican Senator John McCain of Arizona on Sunday after McCain criticized Trump's escalating war of words with the media. He argued that the nation's very lucky that Trump is president, not McCain. We all know Cain won the 2008 GOP nomination and then got his butt kicked very solidly by Obama. Paul said that McCain's recent criticisms of Trump are driven by his personal dispute with the president over foreign policy. It also could be due by the fact that Trump totally insulted the guy and said, I don't want to hear what McCain has to say. I want to hear from winners, not people who got caught. And as you all know, John McCain did spend time in as a prisoner of war during Vietnam. And a lot of people use that against Trump for a long time, but it did not stick. Because as much as they didn't like what Trump says, they didn't like McCain even more. Rand Paul also added that McCain and Trump are at odds because McCain supports the wide deployment of U.S. troops and to protect and promote American interests abroad, while they characterized Trump's views as closer to a real political approach to foreign policy. So that was kind of worded badly. Let me give you what Rand Paul said himself, which I think breaks it down. He said everything that he says about the president is colored by his own personal dispute he's got running with President Trump, and it should be taken with a grain of salt because John McCain, the guy who who's advocated for war everywhere, he would take us into war in every country. In fact, if John McCain was president, we'd be bombing Russia right now, which would definitely, well, most likely mean the extinction of life on the planet. Because that's what John McCain likes to do. Remember bomb Iran? That's that guy. But I don't know. We've been doing a lot of bombing. So is he really out of step with the way politics has been working in America for the last 8 years? Last 10 years? You got to put Bush in there too, not just Obama. Oh, wow. Well, I want to hear what McCain has to say. He has yet to respond to Rand Paul's criticism. If he has, I haven't heard about it. We'll see where this goes. But Rand Paul is scoring points because I see McCain sticking up for the media as a play to garner attention, nothing else. McCain, what do you know about journalistic integrity? Nothing. What do you know about integrity in I don't know, issues of morality or peace or just not killing kids in foreign countries for oil? But you know, you want to be the, I don't know, the purveyor of morality or the dispenser of what's right when it comes to criticizing the media? Get out of here. It's like being worried about name calling. Trump says fake news. So what? You worry about Arizona. I'm Tim Black. Let me know what you think about this content. Comment below. Is McCain out of his orbit? Is it time for McCain to have several seats? Let me know what you think. Follow me on social media as Real Tim Black on Facebook and on Twitter. And meet up with me at TimBlackTV.com where you can become a member of the Wolf Pack. It's all love, and I'll see you on the next one.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in to Tim Black TV. Coffee with Tim Black, where I give you a news wrap. I said a hip hop, a hip into the hip, a hopper. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang a boogie. Up jump the boogie, river the bloopy the bee. That's silly. Let's try this again. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in to Tim Black Coffee with Tim Black, where I give you a news wrap. Slender Man is scary. You may have heard about a Slender Man stabbing spree. It was like this, I don't know, cult thing that was spreading across the internet where young people thought there was actually a tall, slender man running around in the woods abducting children. Well, one of the most widely publicized cases of Slender Man activity, or the fallout from the Slender Man myth, and it is a myth, kids, if you're watching, which you probably shouldn't be, because sometimes, I don't know, I talk about stuff kids don't need to hear about. But listen, it's not true. It's not true. It's in your head. Just like, I don't know, John McCain's ideas that he is important. Here goes the story. September, a trial date is set for Anissa Weier, one of the two girls charged in a Slender Man stabbing. Wow. Arisa Mayer is one of the two girls charged in the Slender Man stabbing that will stand trial on September 11th. And her bids to have her statements to police blocked from the trial and the jury to be called from outside of Waukesha County were denied on Monday. Last week, Circuit Court Judge Michael Boren made similar rulings against Morgan Geyser, 14, and set her trial for October. Now, you may remember, both girls were 12 when they were charged as adults in June 2014 with the attempted first-degree intentional homicide of a sixth-grade classmate to please Slender Man. An internet boogeyman. Geyser and Wire told police they believe Slender Man would kill them and their families if they did not kill Peyton Leutner, who had to have several surgeries to survive 19 stab wounds inflicted by these two young girls. Folks, let me bring this monitor in. Okay, let's get into this. All right. If you ever wanted to make the case that Americans are not spending enough time with their kids, that they're not monitoring their children, they don't know what their kids are doing, this would be the case. This one right here, folks. There is no way that that your child should be so deluded by internet memes that they actually believe that something's coming to kill them. That's what happened in this case. Instead of focusing on, I don't know, how much you hate Trump, maybe you should focus on your children and what they're doing on the internet. Now, I know this happened way before Trump started running, but you get my point, don't you? I mean, how many of us are so distracted with, I don't know, not my president's day, we don't know what our kids are doing. Right now, there could be some Slender Man type of thing floating through the internet you wouldn't know because you're too busy going on Salon and Vox.com to find out what stupid thing Trump may have said or didn't say. We really got to get our priorities in order. We have one child who almost died and two others who could get a substantial lengths of time. And I don't believe these two young girls who did this crime, who were charged as adults, would have done this without having this crap in their heads. This is pathetic and scary. But more than scary, it's a shame. It's a shame. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments section about this story. I think we need to do a better job with our kids. Obviously, we got 3 lives pretty much ruined by this. This will never go away. I'm Tim Black. Go to TimBlackTV.com. Become a member of the Wolf Pack, where I give you news a different kind of way. I give it like you would probably give it if you were me. And I guess you would because you would be me. And this is how I do it.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
Little bit coffee. Jason W. in the house. Roseanne Motorama. Shauna Jordan. And Phil Britton. My people. What's going on, guys? Thank you for being here. It was choppy. It looks like it's doing a little bit better now. I hope it stays that way. I'm going to run with the next one. I got another story for you, so bear with me as I get to this one. Hey, people, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black, the show where I give you the news clip after clip after clip. It's like if you've been on the internet this weekend, you probably heard a lot about statements made by Trump Saturday about Sweden. He said Sweden had problems. His wording was very clumsy, and people took it out of context because his words were very clumsy. You give them an opening, they're going to take it. It's what it is. At this point, Trump's antagonistic relationship with the media, whether it's by his own fault or not, it just seems like this will never end. So anyway, at the end of the day, there was a lot of comments made about Sweden being this peaceful sanctuary. Now, as you know, or maybe you don't know, a lot of refugees are in Sweden. Sweden considers itself to not be a financial superpower, but a moral superpower. They are humanitarians, and that's their goal. In that pursuit of that goal of being the biggest humanitarian on the globe, they've taken in a lot of Syrian refugees. According to some reports, this action has caused unrest, violence, drama. I'll just read you the article. Riots erupt in Sweden's capital after arrest just days after President Trump's comments. Just 2 days after President Trump provoked widespread consternation by seeming to imply incorrectly that immigrants had perpetrated a recent spate of violence in Sweden, riots broke out in a predominantly immigrant neighborhood in the northern suburb of Sweden's capital, Stockholm. The neighborhood Rinkeby, no, I'm butchering that, has seen riots in 2010 and 2013 too, and in some ways, what happened late Monday night was reminiscent of those earlier bouts of anger. Swedish police apparently made a drug-related arrest around 8 p.m. near the Rinkeby metro station. For reasons not yet disclosed by the police, word of the arrest prompted a crowd of youth to gather. Over 4 hours, the crowd burned down half a dozen cars, vandalized several shop fronts, and threw rocks at police. Police spokesman Lars Byström confirmed to Sweden's Dagens Nyheter newspaper that an officer had fired shots with intention to hit a rioter, but did not strike his target. This kind of situation doesn't happen that often, but it's always regrettable when they do happen. I'm a little lost. What does this have to do with Trump's comments? Oh, that there is not so much of a tranquility setting in Sweden, that they do have problems? Let's see what else we have. In 2015, when the influx of refugees and migrants to Europe from Africa, the Middle East, and Asia was highest, Sweden took in the greatest number per capita. By and large, integration has been a success story there, save for incidents like Monday nights, which have taken place in highly segregated neighborhoods. So let me get this right. People have drastically different points of view, drastically different ideologies, drastically different ways of life, disagree or can't live, homogeneously without any problems. Get out of here. Come on, man. I'm a black man. I know how shit goes. But yeah, okay. So, there's going to be instances of uprising, instances of issues, of clashes. We get that. Now, I've been looking at different data over the weekend. I've talked to people in different parts of the country. They say there has been a lot of issues concerning the immigration policy, not only in Sweden, but in other countries in Europe. Now, I don't want to play on fear, and I don't want to, bash, because I don't know, right? Because I'm not there. All I know is what I hear. And what I hear is that everything is not as it seems, and that there are some issues, and maybe they should, prepare people to live in a country where they don't know the language, they don't know the people, and everything's drastically different. Now, I don't know what the prep is for that. I don't know if they go through some type of, what would you call, training, orientation. I don't know what's being done. All I know is that this is a sticky situation. Immigration is going to be a sticky situation. And the Sweden officials who came out and said that Trump was totally off base and that Sweden is a utopia due to its immigration, they better be sure about that, because I got a feeling over the next couple of weeks, every time there's anything that happens in Sweden that's not all roses and people skipping hand in hand, it's going to be on the news and people are going to be talking about it. That's what I think. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section. This riot that broke out in this town in Sweden, is this proof that Trump was right, or is it just, a coincidence? Or, better yet, let me beat CNN to the punch and say, is it Trump's fault? Yeah, they probably blame Trump somehow, like Trump said it, so then they did it. It works in D.C. All right, guys, go to TimBlackTV.com for more of my video segments. Also, join the Wolf Pack and subscribe to this channel, because I give you the news like no one else does. Straight, no chaser, and no spin.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
This is Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black, the news show where I give you all the latest news, everything I can gather together, and I just say, here it is, and then I give my thoughts about it. David Cassidy used to play on the Partridge Family. He's a big star from back then. I was a wee kid. I remember something, but I don't remember it well. Well, David Cassidy is now 66 years old, and he has come clean and said, hey guys, I have a situation. I have a condition. That situation, that condition is called dementia. Here's the details. 66-year-old actor, widely known for his starring roles as Keith Partridge on the 70s series The Partridge Family, reveals to people that he is fighting the memory loss disease. The actor, who watched the grandfather struggle with the disease and witnessed his mother disappear from the disease herself, tells people of his diagnosis. I was in denial, but a part of me always knew this was coming. Now that he's come to terms to his condition, Cassidy has made the decision to stop touring as a musician to concentrate on his health and his happiness. I want to focus on what I am, who I am, and how I've been without any distractions. He says, I want to love, I want to enjoy life. Cassidy's revelation follows a roller coaster of personal ups and downs that the actor has faced in the past decade, including a show in Agoura Hills, California, this past weekend, where Cassidy repeatedly struggled to remember lyrics to songs he has been singing for nearly 50 years. In November 2010, he was charged with a DUI and was subsequently charged with the same offense in August 2013 and in January 2014. A month after his third arrest, his wife Sue Shifrin Cassidy filed for divorce. In February 2015, the actor filed for bankruptcy and was charged following his hit and run 8 months later in October of 2015. Okay. First of all, I want to say that my heart goes out to David Cassidy. It's obvious to anyone who thinks objectively, I hope that you realize that it's possible that David Cassidy was self-medicating himself. Self-medicating. He was finding a way to deal with what was going on with him, and he didn't know exactly what to do. Now, I'm not saying that justifies drinking and driving, because you know that's a very dangerous activity. You could kill others, yourself, damage property. But I think we got to have a heart about David Cassidy and what he's gone through and what he's going to go through. I'm doing this story because I think health is not covered enough in mainstream media. When it is covered, it's covered to sensationalize the downfall of someone, to advertise it so that they can get views. This video is not about views. This video is to expand your view of people with conditions like this and many others. So, if you enjoy David Cassidy as a young person, or if you heard of him, or if you're just touched by the story, I implore you to reach out in your community and become more active in helping those who have any type of mental illness. No one asked to have dementia, Alzheimer's, or many other diseases. These are things we have to deal with as a society, and until we get universal health care or some means to make sure everyone gets treatment, there are going to be people dealing with this in the best way they know how, and a lot of times that'll be drugs, alcohol, or worse. I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning into this segment. Go to my website at timblacktv.com. Follow me on social media and become a member of the Wolf Pack. I give you news you don't get everywhere else, and you surely don't get it the way I deliver it right here. Thanks for your support. I'll see you soon.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
What the hell? Burger King is buying Popeyes. This ain't right. What we gonna do, man? I say we stage a coup. Not my Popeyes. Popeyes Fried Chicken will be selling itself or selling its soul and selling all of our taste buds to freaking Burger King. And I don't trust Burger King, nor do I trust that freaking king with the weird hat and the spooky showing up places. I don't want my chicken that way. I want my chicken the way I'm used to it. Greasy, hot, and crunchy from Popeyes. All over the internet, people are complaining about this because they envision that Burger King will do what it always does. Add all types of weird stuff. I don't want my chicken with chili and cheese and dipped in cheddar sauce. No, I just want it the way it is, fried. Contrary to popular belief, all people love chicken. Heck, in Japan, I think it is, they celebrate New Year's with chicken. So, Popeyes, please reconsider going out of business. Please reconsider turning over your delicious crispiness to Burger King. They don't deserve it. And to that lady who does all the Popeyes commercials, see what you did. Never liked your commercials. Didn't. Not my Popeyes, but it didn't work. I thought you're a part owner in Popeyes or something? Or do you work for Burger King? You may be a plant. Popeyes should have stuck to their old commercials, man. See what happens? I don't mean to blame her, but I'm just saying, man. I want my Popeyes to stay the way it is. Bad for me, artery clogging, and delicious. I'm Tim Black. Come see me at TimBlackTV.com where I'll make other racially insensitive segments like this. But you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Catch you on the next one.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
All right, so this last story, guys. All right, guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black, the news show where I give you the news in my own original way. Hope you enjoy it. My next story is a story that I just couldn't believe was true. I know there's a lot of bull running through America right now, particularly in our major cities like New York, D.C., L.A., whatever. But this latest series, or this latest story of a bull running loose in Queens, New York, man, that just threw me for a loop. I could not believe it. Yes, that's an actual bull on the screen with me. He was in Queens chilling. And this ain't the first time either. All right, so let me see if I can get this to work for you. What I want to do is run this clip for you. Because I know you're thinking, Tim, stop lying, man. This ain't true. No, it is true. Let's try it. All's well that ends well. So far, looks good, y'all. All right, so here, I don't know if it'll actually play from here. And if it won't play, then what's the point? Bull Wild Chase, New York City. It's not running. It won't run. I'm sorry, guys. Freaking bull won't run. It was hilarious, too. Well, I just have to give you the play-by-play. There was a bull on the run in New York City. It's crazy what happened. I couldn't believe it when I first saw it, but it's true. If you look at this picture here, you think I was BSing you. But I'm not. But that is a BS. Bull on the run in New York City eludes cops for hours. A rogue bull running through Queens through a huge law enforcement response Tuesday as it ducked under caution tape and sidestepped police officers, eluding cops for hours. before it was taken into custody in someone's backyard. The bull escaped the slaughterhouse on Beaver Road in Jamaica sometime around 10 a.m. It went on a free-for-all through Queens, ducking cops in South Jamaica and South Ozone Park for at least 2.5 hours. That bull had places to be, and it was not the dinner table. Live video from Chopper 4 showed the bull pinned between two houses at one point as authorities attempted to wrangle it. Chopper footage then captured the animal outmaneuvering law enforcement, dodging an officer who had jumped atop an emergency response vehicle and ducking under yellow caution tape as it galloped down the middle of a street onto a sidewalk. Now, you may be used to, or you may have been, if you're walking down the street, you may be like prepared for just about anything. Homeless man mooning you, kids with pretend guns or real guns, the occasional prostitute asking you got a few dollars. I don't know, right? We're used to a lot of things in cities, but this right here has to take the cake, man. If you're walking down the street and a bull runs towards you, yeah, I think that's going to make you have to go to the bathroom immediately. So I'm glad they corralled the bull that was on the loose in New York, in the Queens. It's really cool. Thank you. And to the officers that did the corralling, I know some places where you can, your services will be madly needed in Washington, D.C., and all places where the DNC operate and the Trump administration, because there's a lot of bull going on both sides of the aisle. So get to it. Get to corralling the bull that's going on in our politics. Particularly the bull that says we have an open and fair elections. How about that? I'm Tim Black. Thank you for watching this segment of Coffee with Tim Black. If you like this content, please subscribe to this channel and go to TimBlackTV.com and pick up some gear and become a part of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. That's right. I got my own Wolf Pack, and we keep it howling, and we keep it going. I'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. And with that, I'm gone.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
All right, guys, thank you so much. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning into this show, guys. It was crazy. It's wild. I don't know if the system can take me having, I don't know how many images I had up there. I don't know how many clips I had in my browser that I was reciting from. I have no idea, man. But in the beginning, it was pretty choppy. But at least in the end, I think some of this is salvageable. Look, tonight, I have a guest on my show. Her name is Sherry Hanakala. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she's running, and she's important, and she's a humanitarian, and she's active in the community, and she's good people. So I hope you tune in to Tim Black at Night Show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that all the audio and all equipment will work correctly, and what I will do is I will test beforehand. And I won't just look to see if the video is running. I have to ask you, can you hear me now? Because that's what you got to do. For those of you who are pissed off that H.A. Goodman and I couldn't have a show last night, don't you worry. H.A. and I are going to do something this week, and we'll make up for it by doing another show. It's just a little difficult because H.A. is a working journalist, and he has a website, and I'm a working Tim Blackish, and I got a lot of stuff going on too, and we're on different time zones. But we will get together and make something happen because we care about you, and frankly, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Shout out to Tim Black's Wolfpack, Mr. Oz, my man Iron Man Oz, my man Momo Pineno, Justin 64 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, the whole family, and all my great people watching, such as Rose Motorama, my man Pat DeCambra, and who else? I got Grandma Christine. Who else I got over here, man? I got Shauna Jordan, G. Cooligan, Freedom Fighter 57, Ulrike Christine, Chrissy Pagan, Matthew Johnson, and Low Key. Hey, low key, man. Thank you for all your support, brother. I appreciate you. Shout out to Bon Kim. Go check him out on YouTube. And all my people that support what we do here at the Wolf Pack, man. We do our best to bring you the news in a different way. And we're going to keep going. We're going to have growing pains, guys, but we're going to get through it together. Now, does anybody know what Milo Yiannopoulos said at his press conference? If the media makes you, it can also destroy you. Peace.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes,